So there you have it, Yin Yoga. So, Tara, just say so like another couple times. Like just get it all over with. Get it out of your system right now. Good morning to you all. We've got a 30-minute class here this morning. So I've got my bolster. Love my bolster. And grab a block. You're going to get that. We're going to do Yin Yoga for tired legs this morning. So we're going to, everybody has tired legs, right? Everybody all the time is like, oh, my legs ache. They're so bad. I need to relieve them. So we're going to start off by coming down to the floor. I've got a mat here. I'm doubling up on my mat today to make it a little softer for my knees. You guys also have that option as well, hopefully. If you don't have 2 yoga mats, you can actually put a blanket over your yoga mat. Excuse me. You can put a blanket over your yoga mat, and that will work just fine. So, to get started, we're going to come down to the ground, take ourselves into extended child's pose right away here. Pushing the bum back towards the heels. And relaxing the chest and heart down to the earth. Now, if you can't get your head down here to touch, you can take your block and rest your head on your block or on a blanket that's possibly rolled up. And bring your attention to start to your breath. Sometimes when we get started in our yoga practice, we want to really just get into the pose at first, but today I want you to kind of just bring your connection to your breath. I want you to settle in and just slow down. Bring your attention to your inhale, feeling that upper back body rise with the inhale, and with the exhale, you're going to soften the shoulder blades and melt the heart down just a little bit further towards the floor if you can. Maybe you can reach your fingertips a little further away from your crown. And we're going to stay here for a couple of minutes to begin. So I want you to close your eyes, connect with your breath to the movement at task here. Get yourself relaxed, staying focused, pulling the shoulder blades down. Breathing in and out through your nose. Sending your bum back towards your heels with that exhalation. Continuing to erase all thoughts, focusing on the here and now. And maybe that breath is becoming a little deeper as time goes by. And I want you to stay here for 5 deep breaths. And when you're ready, you're going to meet me nice and slow here. You're going to meet me on all fours. And we're going to come into cat cow, dropping the belly down with an inhale, pushing your hands away from your yoga mat. Exhale, we're going to curl that tailbone down, push the hands away even a little bit stronger. Use your fingertips. Take it down, drop the belly, and gently pull in. Dropping down. Think about carving that line with your nose as you inhale, and as you exhale, pull the belly in, really root the tops of your feet into your yoga mat. And exhale right here. Taking it back, neutral spine. So we come down in front. Right here, we're going to bring one leg, actually bring both legs in front to start. Maybe create a little bit of movement right here. We're going to come into half shoelace pose. So there's a couple of different options for half shoelace. You can bring your foot just here in front. If you don't like this, in half shoelace, we try to get a stretch in the hips, okay? So if you want to come down into a reclining swan pose, you can do that as well. And that's just a reclining pigeon in Vinyasa Yoga. You can also come into a half deer pose that kind of opens up through the hip a little bit. But half shoelace pose, one leg comes over the other, right? As much as you can. Now, if you want to sit up on a block and try that, it may work a little better for you. I'm going to give you just a couple of moments here just to get settled and find what feels good. And with this half shoelace pose, we're going to add on a gentle twist for right here. But to begin, let's bring the arms up and get that nice deep inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to gently twist right here into our variation, lifting the chest. So it's always nice to work through the upper body and lower body all at the same time. we're going to take opportunity here to twist from one side into the other. So I want you guys to stay right here, but I'm also going to show you that you can just place this foot flat on the floor. You can grab that opposite arm and also do a twist like this if you're more comfortable. If you feel that you're leaning back too far and you want to sit taller, then your bolster or your block is a great thing to use. Kind of lifts the hips up a little bit more to make the pose a little more enjoyable. So I want to leave that on you this morning. And as you know, this is your practice. And I want you to get the most that you possibly can out of your practice, which is why it's so great to be able to offer all of these different variations for certain poses. And let's take it back to center. We're going to counteract this pose now by coming to the other side to gently twist and lift. Make it feel good. Breathe into it. These are all really great static poses. And now come back to center, lifting the arms up in front with a nice big inhale. And now we move forward. So this is where we're going to try to find the most comfortable place for this leg. So not only are we going into the hip here, we're also targeting through that hamstring. So try not to lock this straight leg knee. Keep a little bend in it. You might want to flex this front foot a little. Taking it forward, letting the chest melt down toward that bended knee. Pulling the shoulders down. Couple more breaths right here. And now let's try a little something different here in this pose. I want you to take your chest and bring it down, bring it over to the right, and just circle in front and bring it back up so that you're working the upper body and just creating some movement into that leg. Dropping the chest down and around and back up. One more time. And releasing this leg bringing both in front. Let's quickly come down onto our back. And I want you to take that same leg that you had in front and bring it up into a deeper hamstring stretch. You can flex the foot here. If you can't hold on to the back of your hamstring or your calf, you can get your strap. Use that. Pull your shoulder blades down and soften in that area. Keeping your knees slightly bent. And now, if you want to provide just a little small circles around, go ahead and do so. You don't have to. Just working a little bit with our mobility into the stretch. And now take your circles the other way. You're just circling here with your heel. And if your shoulders pop up, bring them down. And bring that knee into the chest. Straighten that other leg out. Take a few deep breaths here. And release. Taking your time, come back up. We're going to switch over into half shoelace. Once again, sitting nice and tall. If the first time you didn't sit on your block, maybe second time around you should try it just to kind of feel it out. We're going to take that gentle twist to the side, remember, but before we do, we take our breath and we exhale, send it over. Main aim here of this pose is to sit nice and tall, lift the chest, make sure that your breath is not labored or restricted in any way. If it is, maybe you're twisting a little too much, so probably pull back a little bit. Nice and deep. Stay focused here. And send it back to center. Oh, that twist feels so good. Take another deep inhale, and we're going to counter pose. And we twist to the other side. And in these twisting poses, they're great for creating space in the body, making room for for fulfillment, anything that you want to place into your daily plan, your daily week. If we don't have a space in our bodies, there's just no room to bring anything else in. So this is a big reason why we do it. Make room for other things, whether that's physical, mental, or just something that extra you want to plan for your day. And gently with that exhale, bring it back to center, placing that leg once again where it's comfortable. Remember, you can do this or you can do this, remembering to sit nice and tall. Make sure that the knee is not touched here by the leg. So you want to keep the knee soft, bringing the arms in front for that inhale. And on the exhale, we take it over. So maybe if you have your strap, you want to place it on the bottom of your foot to hold on to that if you can't get down far enough. This is a nice big reach. So you can have your block back here by your hands to rest, or you can have your bolster. We're just sending the chest down towards the bent leg here. Pull your shoulders down. You don't want to recreate more tension in the neck. Beautiful. Let's take a couple more deep breaths here. And we gently come up We unwind, give the legs a little shake, and we're going to take it back onto the mat and we're going to stretch into that other hamstring. And flex the foot if you want to go a little deeper. Still continuing to lift through the chest and pull the shoulders down. And we can make those clockwise circle with our heel. Only if you want to. You don't have to. And then maybe go in the other direction. And now come to stillness. Maybe push that leg back a little bit further. And now we send that knee into the chest, leg straightened out. And now you're going to bring that other leg up to meet that bended knee. We take it up into happy baby, rock on our spine. And from here, I want you to take your index finger and thumb, wrap it around that big toe, and you send the legs out into a V shape. If you can come down a little bit further, that gives you a nice stretch in the inner thighs. Keep a slight bend in the knees, or it can be generous, depending on your flexibility. Once again, opening through the chest. Big breath in. Exhale, maybe the legs come out a little bit further. And now bring the legs back together and down. We take our time to come all the way up. Grab your bolster if you have one. We're just going to place it here between our thighs. Take your block and send your chest down to rest on your bolster and your head rests on your block. Arms come back for a variation of child's pose. This is just a restorative pose. Excuse me. A restorative pose here to end our session. Option to curl your toes in under or flatten your feet. Bringing yourself into just a final resting pose right here to end off your practice, start your day. I gotta come back up because my cold is preventing me from putting my head down. But you guys stay here, please. Take a few more breaths. And when you're ready, you're going to bring yourself just up into a seated position, or you can come back onto your heels. Take a nice deep breath in. Bring hands together in prayer pose, bringing them down. And I want to thank you for joining in this morning for our practice, for your practice. And hopefully, your beautiful, rejuvenated legs will take you through your day with no problem. And I hope to see you again real soon. Take good care, guys. Namaste. I apologize once again for my cold. Sorry.